Hey, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut,
Come on in, people.
unedited.
Come on in.
Tell the truth and
Yeah.
shame the devil. I love
Being
being black.
black. All right, people. All right. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been doing a lot of outdoor things that's going on. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Come on 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 in. I love being black. Come on in. Come on in. I think I got to set my settings. All right, hold on. I got to set my settings. I love being black. I forgot to set my settings, people. But we still here. 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 All right, come on in. 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 All right, people. What's going on? I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I gotta set my settings. Let me see, because I'm not even okay. Here they go. Here they are, right here. All right, let's set these settings. I'm sorry, people. I gotta ting in. All right, we in there. We in there now. I gotta get my people on here. Y'all
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth
and what?
and shame the devil.
I
love
love
being
being black. All right, come on in. 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 Let's see. All right, here. All right, just get my platforms on there. I only hit a couple of platforms I forgot. Had to change the settings. Come on in, people. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. We gotta have talk about gunshot violence, because this is the 4th of July. It's approaching on tomorrow, and so we have to get on top of it. This is more so like a crime prevention. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right, I miss you guys. Latanya Gammon, I guess. Yes. King Pisces Nathan, what's up, brother? It's been a while. There's Latanya Gammon. All right. Brandy Wine. That's right. Sharon Hill. It's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm back. I appreciate you guys. I've been working. Those of you that's been following me, those of you follow me on Facebook, I've been out there doing work in the field. So it's not like I've just been sitting still. I just have not been at the platform, the talk show, but I'm here today, people. We got to talk, and we're gonna open up the phone lines tonight, and we definitely gonna open up. We're gonna call in, and we want to hear different opinions about crime here in the city of Chicago. This it's two things we know that spikes crime here: the weather and the holidays. When we have warm weather and the holidays, the crime goes up. So come on in, people. That's right, Sharon. I love being black. Come on in. Come on in. My YouTube family, make sure you share the video. My Facebook family, my Twitter X family, make sure you share this video. It's been a while. My Crime Chaser Martin G. Johnson page, make sure you share it. My Martin Johnson page, make sure you share this video or tag somebody. Welcome back. Rhonda Thomas, that's right. Miss Emma Harris. Y'all miss me, huh? All right, someone said, thank you for being in the field on Monday. You're welcome. Y'all act like y'all miss me, huh? All right. Nathan, yeah. Y'all act like y'all miss me. Y'all act like y'all miss me. LaShawn, what's going on? I see you. Y'all act like y'all miss me. Choose compassion. What's going on? Whew, y'all act like y'all miss me. Don't act like y'all miss me. We're going to, the numbers are 872-297-6389. The number that's directly over my head. Want you guys to definitely call in tonight. Yeah, I'm back. People. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to be back on the platform. Well, actually, we took a break. I've been coming on first out in the field, and now I'm here tonight. I appreciate my YouTube family have been great to me. YouTube have been great. My YouTube family is growing, really growing, really growing. Tell you. So I appreciate you guys. Like y'all meet me. Y'all miss me. D, what's up, brother? I appreciate you, man. I always do, man. Thank you for the support last weekend when we had the little rally, Stop the Killing rally. I'm still yet have not put up a lot of those videos, but I'm going to put up some of them videos, maybe on Instagram. But it's a blessing to be here, people. It's a blessing to see you guys doing well. I appreciate you, those of you that still supported me. I really do. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you. I might got a little shade darker, but due to the sun. I've been out in the sun, and as those that follow me on social media, I've been out there. So you guys come on in. My phone lines are open. I want to hear from some of you guys. I tell you. Angelia Moore, what's going on? All right, Cornelius Nelson, what's up, Marty? How are you, broski? Man, I'm hanging in it. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to be living in the land of the living. I tell you, listen, we are living in a good day and time. We living in a good time. It's good to be living in 2024. Real talk, people. Despite we have folks out here that's homeless. We have folks out here that's confused. We have all walks of life. But thank God, if some of those that is in the cemetery right now, they probably would trade their death to be in another person's body just to get back here. I tell you, choose compassion. I appreciate you guys. You already know what it is. Right. Live uncut. I'm sorry, I'm live uncut right now. Yeah, I'm on a podcast, so I'll call you back when I get off of it. I'm on YouTube. You hear me? Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. All right, LaDonna, what's going on? Look at all my good people. Marie Cunningham, my goodness. Divine Order. All right. Deborah Singleton, look at here. Antonio Singleton. Yo, Martin, we doing all this talking, but no action. We got to attract day and night. Yeah. Peggy, what's up, Peggy? My number one supporter. I appreciate you. Laverne Nance, hey, how you doing? All right, people. We want to come on in and we want to talk. We got the phone lines are open, 872-299-0808, 872-297-6389. And we want to talk about the 4th of July. We want to talk about it, but I'm trying not to, once I get to start talking, that's when your guys going to start calling in. And I'm trying to get you guys calling in before I start talking. Once I get talking, I get in my zone, it's over with. Big Drew, 70 murders in June alone. Man, that's terrible. Jermaine Maxwell, hey, Brother Martin, it was good seeing you at Jules today. What up, family? Oh, yeah, most definitely. Likewise. Yes. Come on in, people. Come on in. Let me make sure my camera is clean. Super clear. Nope. Right there. That camera looks good. Right there. All right, people. Come on in. Listen, we got folks coming up missing. We got female shooting. Did you guys hear about the shooting at North Riverside Mall today? They said the shooter was a female. And I warned you guys that the females are out here shooting too now. So we can't just think for the man. Jordan for the win. Hello, how you doing? I see you, Jordan. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Come on in, people. Y'all coming on in. Y'all act like y'all miss me. Look, I feel like I'm missed. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we do. Brandy Wine, thank you. Prayer. We got to say a prayer for our city, people. We see the brother said it. We got to put it in action. We got to put it in action. We got to stay focused, people. We got to educate ourselves about crime. Kanika, what's going on, Miss Robinson? I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Kanika, that's my buddy. She's a good person. She dressed her baby after me on Halloween. That was such touching. Even though I don't celebrate Halloween, but it was just even knowing the thought of doing that, you know. Appreciate you, Kanika. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. The call-in numbers, my line. We're going to talk about crime on the 4th of July. You know, we know a lot of us are going to be cooking tomorrow. We're going to be in the park tomorrow, and we're going to invite guests over to the house, over to the park, and wow. We're going to do those things. Some of us, even right now, excuse me, we're marinating our food right now for tomorrow. Get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and start the grill. But don't forget Juneteenth, people. Don't forget. That's our day that we celebrate. Don't forget. Do not forget. Selena Johnson, I'm doing great. It's good to be living in the land of the living. Letha Cox. All right. How you doing? Tell the truth and what? All right. What you said here? Said, tell the truth. You were much needed where you were on Monday. Appreciate it. There was a woman that called out for you and felt so much better knowing you were there. Okay. Good. I do so many crimes, y'all. Listen, I don't even do the crimes like scenes like I used to, but I just do certain things. I tell you, certain things. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. I need some callers tonight, but since I'm waiting on callers, those of you just not coming in, I appreciate the YouTube family. I appreciate my Facebook family for tuning in tonight, my Crime Chaser, Margie Johnson page, my Twitter X. Appreciate all you guys coming in tonight. But listen, I'm on here tonight. I was going to do it earlier from the vehicle, but I didn't do it. Since I got your attention, you're in the house. Some of you guys don't have to work tomorrow. Some do. Now, let's go back to the elementary thing. We already know that no sitting in cars tomorrow, period. We know these things in these high crime areas. Now, you said, well, Martin, I've been living on this block for 20 years. Everybody know me. Everybody probably knows you on that block. But what about the people that's coming through the block that probably want to shoot up the block? They don't know you. So you maybe get a pass from those that's on the block, but those that visit the block, you may not get no pass, period. This is real talk. So I suggest that you not sit in your car and roll up your blunt or whatever. You say, Martin, I don't smoke around my children, my kids. And now it's understandable. Go on the back porch. I'd rather for you to stand outside the car than sit in the car. At least if you stand outside the car, you don't have a blind spot. You can see everything around you. But when you're in the vehicle, you have a blind spot. Someone can sneak up on you and spray your car up. Real talk. Now, we're talking about crime prevention right now. Now, again, for those of you want to be starting off a drill rapper, and you know you want some attention. So now you've made a song. Now you want to diss your ops. Now you want to go visit your dead ops' grave and make a video on his grave site. Now you know we've seen this look so many times. And you know what's going to happen after you diss some dead person. It's going to be your life. So, okay, if you want to get on there YouTube and Facebook and make all these diss videos for YouTube likes and all that, remember, you still got to come outside, young man. You're going to have to make a decision. Once you let the genie out the bottle, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. That's it. I tell young men all the time, I'm still talking about crime prevention. Young men, if you're listening to me, once you are known as a shooter, you could never go back. Never go back. Once they know that you're known for a shooter, you're going to always have to have a weapon on you. You will not feel safe unless you have a weapon. You're going to have to go to the bathroom with your weapon on you. You're going to have to go to the hotel with your weapon on you. You're going to have to go to church with your weapon on you. You got to go to the park with your weapon on you. There's nowhere you can't, on the red line, on the bus, you're going to have to go with your weapon because you know the lifestyle that you're living and what you're all about. You know it. Now, I've always been taught when you're free from jail, but that doesn't mean that you're free from the streets. When you have done so much damage, you have caused so much pain and agony to a lot of these family members. And a lot of these family members are going to seek for revenge. Well, you say, well, Martin, I did 20 years straight. I did 10 years straight. I paid my debt to society. You paid your debt to society, but that hurt and that pain that you took someone, loved ones off the face of this earth, they haven't forgot. They haven't forgot. Now, I'm talking real talk. This is not threatened talk or nothing like that. People are still hurting. See, listen, people, we go along with this fake pain when one of our loved ones get killed or a friend or something get killed. We go on for about 2 or 3 weeks. And after that, we put up the T-shirts with the heart, with the wings and stuff on it and all that. We put it up. Maybe once a year, we may go to the grave site or the place where he or she got killed and release some balloons. Black people, we hate each other, a lot of us. We can't stand the ground some of us walk on. We just something is wrong with us. And if this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. This does not represent every black person that's watching or listening now or going to listen later. So what I'm saying is we have so much hostility toward one another. Toward one another. We tell each other, don't sit in the car. They still sit in the car. We tell them, don't allow your confrontational, gang banging, baby daddy, baby father, or husband, whoever he is to you. Don't allow him to drive in your car, drive along in your car, because if he commit a crime, and you already know on social media, he's confrontation. In the neighborhoods, he's confrontational. So you know that's a marked man. It's just a matter of time. He's going to kill or get killed, or might have both ways. And I'm going to tell y'all, the way some of us black people behave, it almost brings shame on the race. But see, by me knowing better, not by me knowing that every black person that's not out there shooting, killing, robbing, lying, prostituting, gang banging, scamming, whatever. Every black person is not into those things, and we know that. But it's always the bad that comes out. It overshines the good that we put out. And listen, tomorrow is the 4th of July. It's a matter of in the next 58 minutes. It's going to be the 4th of July. And we have to watch out for these fireworks. And I'm going to tell y'all young folks, do not be pointing these fireworks toward people's vehicles. Because we living in a day and time here in the city of Chicago, you have what you call conceal and carry holders. And they are going to shoot. If you point a firework that's shooting out fire towards someone's car, how do they know what it is? That's the first thing they're going to say, well, I thought he was shooting at me. So I shot. So I'm just telling you, don't be crazy. Be careful with your fireworks. Monitor your children with these explosives. Don't set no one's building on fire. And hopefully we all can have a safe 4th of July. We know that CPD is going to be working overtime tomorrow. They're going to be on the lake tomorrow. They're going to have an extra presence tomorrow. I believe that they want the lake closed at 9 o'clock for the next 10 days. So at the alderman's request. So I don't know if they're going to do it to starting tomorrow, but I believe so. At the lakefront, they're going to be searching bags. They're going to put up a special fencing. We shouldn't have to live like that, people. Look, we got a call. I see a caller. All right, caller, I'm going to come to you in a minute. Just give me a minute. We shouldn't have to live like this. We should not have to live like this. You know, and no parent wants to believe that their son or daughter is out there shooting, killing people or setting up people. The first thing they say, my baby, they mess with nobody. You don't know what your baby was doing when you was not in her presence. I hear you, Marcus. I'll be right with you. You listen. Mm-hmm. You don't know what your baby's doing. So tomorrow is a holiday, the 4th of July. And I said earlier, for those of you that was on here earlier when I started, you know when the weather gets hot, the violence goes up. And you know when holiday time, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, all those holidays, violence, it spikes. It spikes. So I'm asking everybody to be careful. I'll be out there tomorrow. You know, hopefully I don't have to run into a crime. I hate chasing crime sometimes because it's sad to go there and just see people. You're like, man, well, why did he get shot? Why did she get shot? Why did he shoot him? What's going on? We don't know what's going on out here in these streets. I don't know everything's going on. I don't even get 2% of the crime, maybe 1%. But I got a caller, Mr. Marcus. Okay, Marcus, go ahead.
Well, you know, Martin, I think that the problem is that guns have fallen into the wrong hands of people who have no respect for the weapon. Law-abiding citizens ain't going to be running around just shooting at people for stupid stuff. And I think these kids have gotten out of the fist fight syndrome, and they just go grab a gun and start shooting somebody. Or it's a simple argument on Facebook, or somebody bumping somebody on a CTA train without saying, excuse me. And folks got a chip on their shoulder. A lot of it has to do with not believing in God, not having any respect or fear of God. And when you don't fear God, you don't fear no type of other authority.
So, in your own words, Marcus, what can we do? What can we do to prevent from being hurt tomorrow? What advice would you give to my listening audience that's listening in, that's in the message box, in the chat box? What can we do? What can you tell us? Go ahead.
First of all, if you go, a lot of people will be going to the lakefront. Take note of your surroundings.
900.
Mm-hmm. Listen to the crowd. Take note when you're at the gas station, and watch the cars that's pulling in behind. Make sure you watch what's going on around you. Get your ears up, your antennas up, and listen and watch and be aware of your surroundings. You know that there are certain neighborhoods that have a high crime area. You want to try to avoid that, but if you can't avoid it, be alert, be on your high level of alert, and just be watchful. Watch the crowd. That's what I do. I watch the crowd and I see the actions of the crowd. And if I see that crowd moving or running, then I know it's time for me to get up out of there. Something ain't right.
Okay.
Just don't sit in cars. You gave them advice. Don't sit in cars at no time. That's my advice. Watch your surroundings because you're sitting in the car, especially in the high crime neighborhood. And please don't be drinking and driving and getting high and running through red lights and kill somebody tomorrow because it's not worth it.
Okay, very good. Very good. We got 900. Hey, 900, how are you?
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You mean 4th of July?
You know what I mean. I'm just messing with you because I mean we haven't been on here, and I ain't been on here. I've been going live, but not from this platform here. But go ahead. What you got to tell us? I know I'm sitting back listening. Go ahead.
Why you ain't been on, Martin?
Well,
I know that you ain't been going live.
Well, I've been going live outside. I've been doing a lot of field work. You know.
Nah, why you haven't been doing your show on YouTube?
I know it, but I'm back. I was on YouTube yesterday for about 3 hours yesterday, almost 3 hours. But I didn't go on Facebook. I went just YouTube only. I did a funeral service for my friend. His mom had died.
Oh.
Right. So
yeah, I saw that. I was like, I didn't know who that was who had died. I saw that screen.
Right. And I'm back though. I'm back. Listen, but it ain't like I've been sitting still. You see the videos. I just been, just been doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys missed me. Let me know I feel like I'm on it. Okay.
Hey, Martin, guess what?
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. All right then.
I'm here for the 4th, Martin, but I know you on the south side.
You ain't coming on the south side?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You don't want to come and take a picture with Martin Johnson?
I actually do, but I don't know where you're gonna be at on the south side. You be on a dangerous part, 79.
Listen, it ain't like you go. Where you at? Where you be out west?
Yeah, I'm like Austin. I'm just as bad.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I was gonna go out that way today. It was the other day. Okay. Well, I'll probably link up with you. I got your phone number. I'll call you. And if I come out there, we take a picture or something. Cause you driving, right? Or you not?
No, I'm on a CTA on a train and bus.
Oh Lord, you gonna ride the red line? Why you here? Oh Lord,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know about y'all.
You got your bulletproof vest.
I got something.
You better have some mace or something. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now, don't forget, you born and raised in Chicago, so don't act like you don't know what's going on here, though. Yeah.
I don't know, but the South Side, that's a different territory.
Well, listen, they kill on all sides. Downtown, they shoot. Those are middle-class people downtown. They pay high rent. They paying $5,000 to $10,000, $3,800, $3,500. You got a little Section 8 down there, but they pay a lot of money down there, and there's crime is happening downtown. Listen, I used to feel sorry for downtown, but I don't anymore because we've been going through hell for years, and I'm not cussing in these communities. Ain't that right, Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, we've been going through. Man, listen. And you know what they used to say about us in these neighborhoods, Marcus? They said we don't cooperate with the police.
When we were the ones calling.
And we would call the police.
The police wasn't cooperating with us. Martin, you know what we would say about the police, and it was true. It may not be true for all cops.
Right.
But the real reason why I told my family, don't get in that. They know who's selling the drugs. Because they'll go back and tell who's selling. Some of them are a part of it. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. That's why the problem stops. Corruption can't stop corruption.
Martin.
Yes, go
You
ahead.
got any fireworks?
Actually, I do. They put up. I got them put up though. I haven't even pulled them out. Yeah.
Are you gonna pull them out tomorrow? Cause I got me some.
You got
I
you
some
some?
good ones.
But I got if you want some fireworks, I got a friend that's out west. He got boatloads of that stuff. He's out west.
Maybe
too.
it was the same. Maybe it was the same friend I went to tonight. Cause I just went
Don't
to somebody.
say-
They live on Armitage.
Don't say his name. Okay. All right. Don't say his
I'm
name.
not gonna say nobody's name.
Please don't say his name.
I'm not gonna say his name.
That's a good friend of mine. That's a good friend of mine.
I mean, no, I wouldn't mind looking up with you, Martin. You know,
Okay.
just seeing, meeting you face to face. I leave Saturday,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm gonna be downtown on Friday,
Okay.
and I don't know. I just got it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. huh. So
Okay.
you can't miss me. You can't miss me now. So I don't want to hear no excuse now.
What stop you on by the red line though?
Red line 95th 87. Just let me know. I'm all over though.
Goodness.
You know, I'll be all over. Just I'll be, all over. Just ain't no particular. I might be in the Roseland. I might be in the Chatham area. I might be in Rosemore. I might be in the Woodlawn area. It depends on what's going on tomorrow. But you know what? You know where I'm gonna be at tomorrow. I'm gonna be at the lake tomorrow.
Are you gonna be at the lake?
Yeah, tomorrow.
What's by the lake? Those parties?
Yeah.
That's what I be seeing on Facebook.
Yeah, the house night. That's what we're gonna be
Oh, okay.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, that'd be
31st.
nice. It's gonna be, but they're gonna have super police protection, and they're gonna shut it down early. I think at 9 o'clock. They're gonna shut it down. Yeah, but real quick, let's talk. Let's get back on the subject, y'all. I don't want to lose my crowd. We talk about it. Listen,
Okay.
I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. My friend was calling me. He's like, "Man, when you gonna go back live?" I said, "Man, I've been doing outside. Y'all know I've been doing videos, so it ain't like I'm just not doing anything. It is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard doing when you go outside, then you got to come and sit in front of the computer for an hour or 2 hours. And I love you guys. We don't always agree and all that. So 900. So tell me, you're in town to see your family, and why you didn't rent a car or something?
I never rent a car when I'm here just because we like taking the public transit.
Okay.
That's part of the Chicago thing,
Okay, that's
catching
true.
the bus and the train, that's part of the experience.
Okay. Well, we had some killings this morning. We had an expressway shooting on 55. Is that right, Marcus? 55 in Halsted, I think.
Yep.
And we had also on the 90. Was that 90? What's it? 94? We're right there off the Bishop Ford. The Bishop Ford, coming off there to 95th. So he's definitely
that's wild.
right.
But another reason I don't rent a car is because last time I did, I got a ticket because I parked in front of the house and I didn't see that there was residential permit parking
Oh, okay.
only. So they had a sticker and they gave me a ticket. I was able to fight it because the sign was hidden by the trees,
Okay.
so I didn't have to pay it. And another reason is there's so many speeding cameras and red light cameras and school cameras, and I'm not trying to get caught off guard. So what I would have to do is I would have to either buy some white tape, and then cover some of the numbers on the back of the license plate, or
okay.
take the license plate off. So that's
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm just being honest.
That's cool. All right.
Hey, Marty.
Well, hey, I got another call on here. What's going on? Who's this?
This is Dominique, LaDonna Horton's sister.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
What's going on, bro? I'm Mookie's friend, and
That's my sister.
I was trying to reiterate what you were talking about
Well,
about
come
the
on.
violence.
Well, come on with it. Come on. That's why we're here. Let's hear it.
Okay, so how I feel is, I think social media is damaging these children,
Okay.
and these parents are young
Mm-hmm.
and they want to be viral, and it's just like they don't understand what their kids is doing. Like,
Mhm.
we're so divided as Black people. There's no South Side, West Side. It's bad everywhere.
It is. Now, let me ask you a question.
And
I want to ask you a
yes,
question.
sir.
Let me ask you a
Go
question.
ahead.
Now, everything that you just said is real true. Is the truth. Now,
Okay.
I don't want to just blame it on social media. I believe it's a part of the environment. It could be your parents too as well. It could be where you live at, also the internet. And a lot of, to me, maybe Marcus might agree with me. I don't know if 900 agree with me, but I believe.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, no problem. Most of this stuff, I believe it stemmed from the parents. I think it's the parents, number one. That's what I think. You know what? I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
False. I know you're wrong.
Okay.
Because I have a son that's in the penitentiary right now.
Okay.
His first time getting shot, he was shot by the police at 17. Honor roll student. It's not your environment. This is what we pretend to play. Oh, it's the environment. No. Sometimes it's not the parents. Because I know I raised my son.
Okay.
It's what they choose to do.
Oh,
when you are raising kids and they say, I'm grown, guess what you can't do? You can't hold them accountable no more. They just think they're grown.
Right. Well, let me just say
you don't have to be a product of your environment.
But let me say this. People can't be what they can't see, period. So
right. Yeah.
Now, come on now, let's be real. You can live let's 79th and Cottage Grove. You know where Happy Liquor Store. Okay, on one side, you got GDs. On the other side, you got BDs. Now, because I live on the GD side, I'm just giving an example. That don't mean I'm a GD. Or because I live on the BD side, that don't mean I'm a BD. So what I'm saying is you already are guilty in other people's eyes.
By association.
Right, by association. That's what I'm saying. It's the environment. You may not be a part of it. Now, as a parent, and I'm a parent too as well, we can't be with our children 24 hours a day. A lot of our children, they have deep, dark secrets as well as us, as parents. So, listen, my mama didn't believe I was doing some dirty stuff, but I was. But when I came home, I knew how to act. But when I was in the street, go ahead. That was something different. Go ahead.
But let me speak facts.
Go ahead, speak facts.
But this is factual. My son was shot 2020, Father's Day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The young man that shot my son got murdered at the gas station. This is 5 months later, okay?
Okay.
Do you know I never heard anything from the police until the man was murdered. And then they called me and asked me, well, where's your son at? How's he doing? It's not your environment. It's the system.
Well,
this is what we choose to believe.
The system,
when we say environment,
but system,
they know what's going on.
Hold it, sister. The system is part of the environment. They create this stuff. When you take all the resources out of the community, it's like this. If you put two pit bulls in a cage together and don't feed them, what do you think going to happen?
Exactly.
They're going to eat each other. And that's what you see in the black community. Black people are not eating.
I get it. I do get that. It took me so long. You know me. If you see me, you're going to be like, that's a Dominique Horton. You know, I'm a fan.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this. I have a problem when we just blame the parents.
But they have to take but it's part of they. Listen, it don't necessarily have to be.
It is.
We can't deny that.
It is.
Now you can't tell me. Hold on, sister. You can't tell me that all those teenagers out there trending. You see it on the news. You see it on Facebook Live on these people pages, and you don't know where your teenager at. You can't tell me you don't see that.
Well, now my son about to be 30 by the grace of God.
Uh-huh.
But I've been going through this since my son was 17. And I'm just speaking upon experience. Now, yes. And I blame social media because everybody want to be viral. Everybody want attention. So, yeah. So when they say my child is missing, your child ain't missing. Your child has found some predator on the internet because you're not watching them. So I feel that way. But I'm just speaking upon, I have to defend myself when we say the environment. I come from Parkway, I come from Woodline. all that, and I know how I raise my son.
But see,
I'm just speaking.
hold it right there. Hold it right there.
Go ahead.
Most parents do the best they can when they raise their children.
Absolutely.
Now, but
Absolutely.
when they get away from us, when they go to school, because we can't be around them 24 hours a day. They're going to go to school. They're going to go out and play. Then it's up to our children to do the right thing when they're outside away from their parents. It's up to them. So I'm not saying, listen, any parents that are out there, let me say this clear. Because your son went out there and shot and killed somebody, was in a shootout, that don't necessarily mean that you're a bad parent. Let me say that. Because your son went out there and
carjacked. I'm not going to get on TV and say, I'm not going to get on TV and say, my son ain't did nothing to nobody.
No,
when I knew he was a killer.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Listen.
No, but I'm just saying this is what's wrong with these parents. You know your son was a bad kid. I'm not going to defend my son when I know he was a bad kid.
Well,
I'm just saying, like, these kids are.
Let me just say this.
This is. Go ahead.
Parents are not going to turn their children in. So if you waiting on.
Shit, I am.
Yeah, well, that's you different. A lot of parents are not going to turn their child in. They're not going to do that.
Am.
I mean, you different.
I am.
You know, you're different. You know.
I am.
Yeah, some people just not going to turn their son.
What I'm saying is this, Martin. Like, I feel like you just a goat.
Right.
What I'm saying is this. I'm not going to get on TV and say he was a good kid. He was no, absolutely not. That nigga was bad. Sorry for saying that word.
But let me say
No,
that.
I'm just saying, like, if I know my kid was doing something wrong, I'm not going to be no enabler.
Well, let me just say this.
I'm just not going to do that.
Let me say this. Let me just say this. Out of love. This is out of love.
Absolutely.
Loving eyes don't see nobody wrong. Don't see wrong. You know, listen, our children, is a lot of our children is not bad in front of us. Seriously.
Not.
So you can only go by what you see. You listen.
Martin.
How many? Hold on. I'm just saying. How many parents out there ever seen their child shoot somebody? How many parents ever out there that seen their child smash and grab? They never seen that. When their child come in the house, he act perfectly normal or she acts that way. They don't know.
But how many?
Go ahead.
How many parents that's been a kid that did wrong when you took your parent through that? So that's the cloth I'm cut from. I grew up in Parkway.
Okay, I mean Parkway. Okay,
this is what. But
I grew up on Cottage Grove, 60, right?
And I know you personally. Period. But what I'm saying is this: my mother didn't know everything I did.
Right.
So if I came from that era and you trying to be better in the world, it's no way I'm gonna enable you to say you're a product of your environment. No.
I was a product of my environment. I'm not ashamed.
And I was too. I'm not ashamed of that either. But I changed my life.
Me too.
When I started having children, I changed my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But it was my story to tell. But when we get on the news and say, "Oh, my kid," no, we was kids. We did some things.
But you can't blame the parents. Some of them parents, listen, let me just say this. I'm trying to get this to you. Some of the parents ain't never seen their child do bad things. It's a shock to them.
I never seen my kid do bad things.
Okay, then.
Either.
So in your eyes, they good.
I just knew about it.
But they good. You heard about it. You didn't see it.
I heard about it.
You didn't see it.
And
you didn't see it.
And I knew better.
Yeah.
I believed it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew better.
Martin.
Yeah.
I'm about to go, okay?
Okay. All right, 900. All right.
Okay, I just want to say this because, my sister's a big follower of yours. You're down on Wooden.
I know.
And I was very skeptical about calling. But
you call in. You call in. We're not like that on here.
You know I love you.
Yes.
Man, I love you to life.
Yes.
We family.
Yeah. We are.
I just want to say that sometimes, if the truth is the truth, if we know the truth, we could feel better.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, sometimes, we know. Sometimes you just know your kid.
Mm-hmm.
You just know. And I really, really, absolutely blame social media because they monkey see, monkey do. And they feel like they can't get away with it. There's too much violence going on right now.
It is.
It's social media.
But
They see some stuff
but social
and
media,
they think they can get away with it.
yeah, social media ain't killing nobody. It's our children killing people.
But it is, but they seeing things and
but
they think, oh, if they do it, I can.
Listen,
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Go ahead,
ma'am.
I
Carl.
don't want to interrupt what y'all saying.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
say this. It's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot of, okay, so she mentioned Parkway. I lived in Parkway for years.
I did too.
Okay,
Me too.
let me say this. What I witnessed, there's a lot of hurt people hurting people. There's PTSD. There's so many other things, the mental illness that people need to deal with their children.
Absolutely.
I'm most definitely the mother that turned my son in, and he had resentment for me for years. Mind you, turned me in. Yes, I did, because I wanted to help your life. It ain't about me. I'm living mine. I wanted to help you. But guess what? The rest of my kids, yeah, they okay, and I thank God. I don't take the credit for anything. I don't. I thank God for everything that they have.
You sound like an older woman.
Oh, most definitely I am. I'm, let me say this. My oldest is 30. I got one that's 25. My only girl is 16. My only girl is 16, and I have one that's going to be 14 and one that's going to be 12. So raising them, so I have all these different ages, different attitudes, different everything.
Me too.
So guess what? But again, I'm going to say I think a lot of it is the mental illness. I've watched children, because again, I lived in Parkway. I watched these. They angry. They're angry about what? Young ladies. And I wanted to reach out to them, but guess what? I can't, because they disrespectful. And let me say this. I'm not going to say, maybe it's the parents. I've watched children just run the way they want to run.
It's society.
No, let her talk. Let her talk.
Can I just say my experience of what I've seen? My experience is people don't, people say don't say train. But guess what? My parents trained. They 5 children. I'm the youngest of 5. So we was trained. Everybody like, no, you trained dogs. No, my parents trained us. So guess what? I'm training my children. And guess what? What I see, the children are disrespectful. All ages.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let me say this. My 5, even my one that's going to be 30, ain't going to disrespect an adult at no cost. No matter what trouble he has been in, he ain't going to disrespect no damn adult. And my 12-year-old, baby, he's going to be a gentleman at all times. So it's my upbringing and my bringing that I brought to my children. So when I watch people with their kids, if the kids have problems, my daughter don't even know anybody over here, baby. The girls are these kids are just rude. And I'm not blaming the parents, because the parents come outside, they ready to fight for what? Why don't you get to the bottom? What's the problem? Let's figure out how we can find some things, positive things for our children. I pour into anybody's children that I come in contact with. That's who I am. I pour in. If I could help them, I had a mother that raised me in the right order. And what did she say? She poured. And that's what I do. Not even only mine. I pour into any young people, older people, anybody that I can help and give them some knowledge. I'm gonna break bread. That's what I say. I see
me. So can I say this? Because he said don't cut you out. My son will be 30 on the 7th of July. My son was shot by the Chicago. My son was shot by the Chicago police at 17 with his hands up. Messed his whole life up. Went to a charter school, A&B student on the basketball team. Okay? I did the best that I could. I'm that same. I work for CPS. Okay? I feel the same way you feel.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm
And
just
I
saying.
understand having a child shot. My son got shot on the Chicago public street, and I get it. But let me say this. Let me say this. And I'm not downplaying.
No, you're not.
That your son got shot. I'm not, baby. I'm not at any cost. Let me be honest. But I'm a praying mother, and that's what I've always told my children. Guess what? Y'all got a praying mama. I'm not gonna stop praying. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna direct you. I'm gonna tell you right from wrong. And yes, again, I was that mother when my son was a teenager doing wrong. I turned him in. I had to pray about it. I had to go back to the side. I was living on the north side. I had to go back to my father that raised me and have a conversation with my father. Daddy, what should I do? That's mine. I know who it was. And guess what? It stopped him from doing exactly what he was doing on the north side.
Can I say this, ma'am? Not to cut you off. Whatever happened to my son when we talking about parenting, I just feel like when we grew up, where we grew up at, we had mental health institutions. They took it away from us. PWO, university. You know, they had people, you can't just lock people up that got mental health issues. That you can't put them in jail. You know what I'm saying? We had that back in the day. I'm just saying.
Let me say, jail is not the answer. But
it's not the answer at all for Black people.
It's therapy. It's therapy. And let me say this, and most people run from it. I don't know if they're ashamed of it and don't know how to deal with it. But guess what? Everybody needs an outlet. Point blank, period. I don't care who it is, from whether it's adults or children. Everybody needs somebody that they can speak to, sometimes to just cool out. And I think that's what we don't get. We don't get that. And guess what? I've been that mama working.
Yes, ma'am.
But guess what?
Ma'am.
I do my best. My daughter graduated. They graduate with honors. I can't lie about my 5 kids. All the 3 oldest, the 2 oldest, graduated with honors. And no matter what it is that they've been through. But guess what? My training with my children started at home. Anybody else, children that's around me, guess what I do? And yes, I am an older mother. And everybody thought, oh, the little kids are your grandchildren. No, these are my little babies.
That doesn't matter. What I'm saying is this. No matter where we came from, my son will be 30. In 2 years, I'll be 50.
Guess what? I'm already 50 plus. So
okay, but what I'm just saying that to say this. My son despises me because I'm not an enabler. And I'm trying to tell him, all your friends are dead. Do you know I could be crying over you right now if you was... God put you in a place for a reason. And I know that's...
And that's what you, as his mother, you have to constantly encourage them. Guess what?
And I do that.
And I'm not saying that your son is around negativity because my
he's not. He's in jail. Yes, he should be.
Okay, so my oldest is on the bracelet, and he'll be 30 in August. But saying that to say, sweetheart, last year my son was a different person than he is this year. But I done prayed him through a lot of things. And guess what? There's plenty of programs. Let me say this. I used to be able, I lived on North Side, South Side, Parkway. I've lived so many places. But let me say this. It was embarrassing and it was hurtful for me to even have the thought to say, well, my son is locked up, I can sleep. I'm being not embarrassed as a mother.
I got a question.
I was for a long time.
I got a question.
He said he got a question.
I got a question for both of you ladies, for the ladies on the panel.
Yes, sir.
And I don't mean to be no disrespect. What was the fathers at in these children's lives? What was the fathers at?
Okay, the problem with hold on, man. My problem with my son, he got shot by the police.
But that ain't what I asked. I said, where was the fathers at in these children's lives? That's the problem.
He had a stepfather.
Broken.
I was with his stepfather for 20 years.
Okay.
It just so happened that the area I lived in at the time, when that drill music stuff came out and all that garbage, you know, they labeled him. They had 17 charges on my son. And they labeled him because he had to go home a certain way. And they said because he had his hands, my son, because he was underage and I was on dialysis. They had 17 charges on my son because he had to go home. Thank God he got shot at his cousin's house with his hands up. The shot went in, out his elbow. Yes, I got a lawsuit. He got money. But they just kept saying he was in a red zone. He was a good kid. But the drill music and I'm this and I can't, and I didn't grow up with you and now we living with different people.
You almost just said something. You finna say the environment, and I told you it's the environment too. You didn't say it, but you was finna say it. You caught yourself. I heard that.
But Martin.
So let me say this. Okay, so let me
wait, hold on, Martin.
Okay,
absolutely. But I told my son, if I could come out that environment, you can too. No one dictates your life. It's up to you to dictate your life and what you want to be in life. You don't have to be everybody else. You ain't got to fall into the bullshit.
Okay. All right.
That's what he chose to do.
Okay. Now, do that make you a bad parent because he chose to do that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely not.
All right. Let the other sister talk.
Because I raised him.
Hold it, sister. Let the other sister talk. Go ahead. Come on, 872. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna speak for mine. My son's father wasn't in his life. Well, he was he'd been locked up.
Okay.
So, but guess what? My son, since my son was 3 weeks old, so that's a whole different scenario. Okay, but he had positive role models around him. My brother, my father.
Absolutely.
But I felt like it was a generational curse. If you really want to understand and you want to hear what I'm saying,
too.
I felt like it was a generational curse. Because guess what? The rest of my children are so relaxed. They so different. But guess what? That one he has his own father, and it's a generational curse. And he did what? He didn't know him really because he got locked up when my baby was 3 weeks. Did we stay in contact with him? Yes, we did. We stayed in contact with his family. And that was because that's what I felt like I needed to do. But in the next breath, let me say this. Everybody want to say, well, okay, well, my second son, he'll be 25 in August. Totally different. Raised in the same environment. Hold on. Raised in the same environment.
Is his father around?
Yes, he is. He is. He truly is. And guess what? They totally different.
That's
point
my
blank
point.
period.
So, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that. I'm
okay, what's your point, Mark? What's your point?
My point is when you got both parents involved into the child, y'all ain't got to be living together. You ain't got to be freaking or whatever. It works.
That plays a major part.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It makes a difference.
A lot of parents come down hard on themselves. Why? Because you didn't allow the father to interact with the child. You know, you got to do that. You have to do
put
that,
the
people.
discipline in them.
You have to. Trust me, people. It works.
Let me say this.
Listen.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I've never one day told my son's father, don't discipline your son. I have to be honest.
Never.
That son, that 25-year-old is so relaxed. He is so, he was a good kid. I can't lie. And the other three that's coming under him, they relax. They different. I'm not gonna lie.
And
that's why I say it's a generational curse because his father.
And it is. Somebody got to break the curse.
Exactly. And let me be honest. When I gave birth to that baby, when I gave birth to mine, I was praying to break the curse. I'm not gonna tell a story, but guess what? Through the grace of God. Last year, he was a total different person than he is this year. And I'm constantly praying. That's what I do.
And we got to. But I got
He's
4
a total
children.
different person.
Well,
That's good.
let me.
I got 4 children.
Ladies,
I got 2 and 2.
Ladies, I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question. I know we talk about crime. If you guys had to do it over, what would you do different? Both of you ladies, what would you do different?
I wouldn't have no kids.
No, let me
I wouldn't have no children.
I
They are a blessing.
I need one of y'all talking to them. I
What
can't.
we live in now, I
Okay.
wouldn't have no children because
Okay.
it's too much. Now, at the end of the day, no matter how old they are, they're still your children. No matter how old they are. I wouldn't bring no kids
and lawyers and
in
everything
America right now. Dealing with politics and, you know, I'm dealing with who I'm going to vote for, and they giving this man immunity, and we got to fill our job applications, and my black man is in jail for weed, and then you asking them to fill out a box as you a felon. It needs to be.
That's another story, though.
Come on, it's
but
just
I
too
understand
much.
what you're
It's
saying.
another story.
But I'm just
you
saying.
asked me a question.
But you're not
I
asking.
have no children in this world right now.
Let me say this.
Why,
Okay,
hold
guess
on,
what?
hold on.
I would still have.
Okay, why would you say something like that? If you're a great parent. Okay, go ahead, sister. Go ahead. Come on.
So
Come on.
I'm pouring into mine.
Okay.
And so, and by God's grace and His mercy, guess what? The other 4, and even the 5, I'm not even going. They powerful black people.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I'm continuously pushing, even though the one has all of the setbacks. Guess what? He's articulate. He's smart, and guess what? I'm not gonna give up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, he asked me the other day, Mom, I think I should go to law school. Why, baby, the sky's the limit. There's no limits to anything that you want to do. You in a position, do what it is you need to do. And guess what? The rest of them, and that's how I'm pushing. I'm a single mama, but guess what? I want the best for mine. I want the best for any children or young people that I come in contact with. And that's who I am at all times. When it comes to, because guess what? I want some black doctors. I want some black lawyers. I want
a carpenter. I want all that.
Whatever it is that they want to do with their lives, I want them to be the best at it. And it's just sudden dry. The best at it. Do your best. Guess what? You got it. The opportunity is here. Let me say this. I've seen so many foreign people come here and they rise. I can't lie. They rise. They doctors, they lawyers, they engineers. And I've watched this even within my household. And they do what they need to do. And my whole thing is, what is stopping our children from doing what? So that's why I'm on my kids. And anybody I come in contact, I feed them with some positive. I pour into them because things could be better. Everything is here in the U.S. It's only life. My parents told us, they 5 children. Life is only what you make it. If you put it in there, you should be able to get it. Guess what? So, but that was my mindset. Guess what? I'm going to get out here and get it. And guess what? I need mine to get it.
I'm still okay, but can I answer the question you asked me?
What was the question I asked you? Hold on.
Personally.
Hold on. What was the question I asked you? So we be on one accord.
You said, what would you do? I said I wouldn't have no children right now.
But why? Why?
Because I was on dialysis 8 years.
Okay.
And I have a lot of regret in life. Because everybody's story is different, Martin. Everybody's story is different. Okay? I was 31 when I was diagnosed with renal failure. Dialysis 8 years. Got a kidney in 2015. And the way I had to raise my children, I just don't only have one son. I got a fabulous, my kids is doing absolutely wonderful. The next 3, it ain't about them. But you asked me a question, the way of the world and the way we're living, they don't know how to vote. They don't know common sense. They have no mannerisms. They They don't have nothing going on. Like, I'm scared to go outside.
Why are you scared to go outside?
Because these kids is reckless. Like, for real. Like, if you hit my car, I can't even approach you.
Mm.
And it's sad.
Well, you know
I can't even approach you.
You know what to do. If you're in an accident, if you conscious, you call 911. If you're conscious, you don't have to get out of your car.
But
yeah.
You know what I look at? I look at you. I know that. I just know that, but I'm just saying, this is how I feel.
Okay.
The way I live, I go to work, I mind my business, we pay our bills. I'm cool.
Well, you the
But me personally, if I had to have a child in this world today, I would not.
Yeah, well,
I just would not.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Criminals like people to go to church. They like people to go to work. Don't bother nobody, mind them. You are the perfect candidate because you're not showing. They know that you out here doing the right thing, and they know more likely you probably not gonna shoot back at them if they carjack you, if they rob you. Just probably gonna give it up. They look for that. That I'm not saying. Hold on. Hold it, sister. Can you listen? I'm gonna just listen. Give me a turn. Give me a turn. Listen, when we those of us that I would call outstanding citizens that do everything by the book and we try and do the right thing, we are perfect. We are the perfect candidate for criminals. They love to prey on people that's not out there. Listen, a criminal-minded person will run up on a person that's not in the game, that's not about their life, and none of that. They love them type people. More so, they know if they run up on a Lil Johnny, or Pookie, or Ray Ray, they might have a gun and they'll be ready for them. They know that.
Right.
So they need people like you, me, and my other sister, my other brother on here that, that we want to do everything by the book. We want to be civilized. We don't want to rob. We don't want to hurt people. We don't want to take nothing from people. Listen, they love people like us. They love it. So they can take advantage of it. I'm talking about criminals now. So anybody out there listening to me, I don't care if you go to church every Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. I don't care if you don't bother nobody. I don't care if you mind your own business. You are a perfect candidate for a criminal. That's what he looked for. You are a soft target because, see, people like us that go to work, do things right and all that, we're not really looking behind our back. We're not really watching as much. But we still have to do that. We have to watch where we're going, watch what we're saying. A lot of us, we're not into criminal life, but we still have to carry on as if we are a criminal. We have to watch our back. That's all I'm saying, lady. This is what this is about, ladies and gent. This is about avoiding crime before it happens. No one is concerned about carjacking until it happens to them. No one is concerned about a person gets shot until it happens to them or their loved one. No one is concerned about anybody that's getting killed as long as it's not their relative. Then they walk right past it. A pastor lady told me. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
First of all, you had somebody talking about the environment and social media. The killing was going on before social media even came about. But the environment, yes, a child can choose, because I grew up in Englewood. And I'm going to speak for myself. At the age of 11 years old, I made a decision that I wasn't going to be a part of the environment that was around me. It doesn't necessarily mean your household. It's the environment that these kids are introduced to. Some of these kids are hung up on materialistic things. I was the type of kid, and there's some kids out there today that is not hung up on the latest styles of fashion. They grab a pair of shoes, they keep money in their pocket. A lot of it is white supremacy. We don't have the resources in our community. Yes, America has plenty of opportunities, but we are competing with these migrants that they done put over here in our community, and they're putting them home, giving them loans and giving them everything, and won't give us nothing and taking from us. These kids are angry, but some of these kids, Martin, you can attest with me. We was in Mount Greenwood. We was down there doing a Laquan McDonald protest. Some of those kids wasn't down there to represent Laquan McDonald. They were down there for an opportunity. They were hoping that we riot and break the store and take. Some of them want to do that. The question is why? That's the real question. And some of them come from well-to-do homes, 2-parented, 1-parented. In my opinion, it's not about whether you got both parents in the household or one parent in the household. It's the environment they're introduced to, and then the school system is shot up here. They don't have those kids are afraid to go talk to these people because you can't trust some of these adults. I used to work for the park district, and some of the park district people would talk about the kids to the other kids. And if you tell them something,
I'm professional. I'm professional.
Please. Out there. I just have to say that there's a lot of.
I work for CPS. I work with Asian kids, and racism is taught. Imagine that.
Our school.
Imagine that when you got to go to work,
right,
to make a living.
The schools are not funded like they're supposed to be. Not even the park.
Absolutely not.
Have professional people that can help these kids. And then another thing is the parents ain't listening to their kids. Some of these parents push their kids out on the street when little Johnny or Peanut might want to talk to you because he might want to be so angry enough that he's going to shoot somebody. And when you're angry, you ain't thinking. And you got a gun in your hand, it's power.
But guess what? Guess what we need? We need
a village.
Listen. Yeah, but that's what it takes. And this haven't just started. It takes a village to raise the children.
I was raised with a village, but these parents are so defensive of their children.
Oh yeah, they
know. When my mama told me, my mommy told me, she had eyes in the back of her head. I really believe that. You can't even say nothing to these children because the mamas and the daddy want to beat up the bullies. No, what your kid do?
Let me say,
we don't have a village no more.
No, because guess what? First of all, we are with a different age group. So when I was living in Parkway, and I witnessed, so it was something going on, so I was speaking to a young lady, and I saw so much anger in her. She wasn't even listening to what I was saying. Well, what are you? Why are you? But I'm old enough, and I was able to identify. So she has a lot of hurt because she wanted to be disrespectful to me, and I said, baby, I'm old enough probably to be your grandmama. But disrespectful again. So we're dealing with mental illness, PTSD. These children are hurt, and guess what? Their parents are hurt. It's generational curses. Guess what?
And I'm going to let y'all go because I got to go to bed. I'm going to say social media, monkey see, monkey do. But I think my sister mad at me because I called Martin.
No, you ain't got to be mad. You good. Listen, it's okay.
Hold on.
Let me say this. Let me say this. You are entitled to your own opinion. I mean, I don't know everything, and you speaking where you see things. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not mad at you.
I just feel a different way.
Right. I mean, hey, but guess what?
I just feel like if they wouldn't have took the mental health clinics out of our area, you can't put people in the jail and rehabilitate them. It's not gonna work.
No, but can I ask you a question before you get off the phone?
Yes.
Listen, and I want to ask you a question. Where does our children learn a lot of things from?
The apple don't fall.
You answered my question right there. At home.
The apple don't fall.
Fall from the tree. You answered my question.
That's what I know. And I'm going to say that to say this. The apple don't fall. I got 2 daughters. It's a replica of me. And they're great. So when I say my son is locked up for a reason and God saved his life to save me because of what I was going through, the apple don't fall. The apple, but they're going to do what they want to do. But I know for a fact, I was a gang member back in the day. I did some shit. My mama didn't know. So, I changed my life when I had children. So when we say environment, no. So
Well, let me ask you a question. What made you get in the gang then? If the environment didn't have a plan to do it, what made you want to do that?
We can't talk about that right now.
Okay.
That's a whole nother story.
Okay. All right.
When I say I was tricked.
Well, who tricked you?
Because I was the baby.
Who tricked you?
The environment? You got a loud podcast.
Okay.
I can't say
all right.
that
I respect that. Okay. All right.
I can't say that right now. But whatever happened in my life was meant to be in my life. When I got sick and was on dialysis for 8 years, that was meant for my life. I don't question God. Everything that happened to me and what I did, and when I say the apple don't fall, the apple don't fall. And my daughters are blessed, beautiful, prominent, good.
Okay.
Son, youngest, live with his daddy. I gave him to me when he was 13. Shit happens. But when I try to speak my opinion because I'm very vocal, ain't no environment shit.
Well, you know what?
These kids do what they want to do.
No, they
because
not mine.
I did what I wanted to do.
I got 5. I ain't lost none of my children to the streets. None of them.
You know, I know your sister, and I know your nephew.
Yeah.
We family.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this: is no environment. Shit happens.
No, it's not. Listen, I know who you are. You think I don't know who you are, but I know who you are. What I'm saying is.
Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
Mark, can I say this?
Go ahead.
Because I gotta go to bed.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that to say this. My son is in jail because God is saving my soul. So I won't be heartbroken. All his friends are dead. If my son was alive, he is alive. If my son was out, he would have been with the same guys because he felt like that was the right thing to do. My son would be dead. My son got shot 6 times. My son got shot in front of me on Father's Day 2020. Like, I could write a book right now, but it ain't about me. I don't enable my son. He can't live with me. He's mad at me. I don't write him. He can't get no phone call. I'm not doing none of that. But I know for a fact God is saving my soul to be happy and live my life.
Okay.
Shit happens.
Okay.
Shit happens.
Okay.
But I cannot be mad from a girl that was born and raised in Parkway, that was a gang member, that had meetings at her mama's house, and she just thought I had a lot of friends.
So,
like, I'm aware of what I've done.
One more question before you go to sleep. I got one more question. One more question.
Go ahead.
Now,
go ahead.
Can you see the son that's in prison right now? Can you see yourself? Hold on. Can you see some of yourself in him?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
And you know who told me that? My guy I've been with 5 years. He told me. I got 2 sets of children, right? Be honest. And it takes somebody that you love that tells you. He said, well, you're battling something. Your two oldest children, they're young 2 days apart. He said, they got the mentality as you when you was younger. I got the hustling children. And then I got the pacified children. So I get it, yes. But I'm not going to be no enabler. I'm not going to get on the news and say my son ain't never killed nobody. He never killed nobody though, Buzz. But I'm not going to be on the news and say, oh, he was just a good... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that.
But let me say this.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is not bad about your son. He could be good in some areas. You know, so...
He is very...
Okay, everything ain't bad about your son. Right.
My son... When I say my son wanted to be something he's not, and that's his fault. When I say I lived in Parkway, we was hanging in the window. I lived on the 6th floor. I got my butt beat. My mama was at work, and we got whoopings. And I'm just looking like, how you know I was standing in the window? We had a village. But these parents, you can't say nothing to their children. They so defensive. You want to fight, you want to beat kids up. And no, we had a village. When my mother came home from work and an adult told us something, oh, everything that adult said was true. She never questioned that. Today, you can't do that. You just can't do that. I don't even want to talk to these parents and about your children because they so defensive over their children. But I'm so confused because I'm about to be 49 this year. Yeah, I did some things. I was a kid. I grew up in the hood. So, if I can't talk to you about your child and you want to fight me because I said something about your child, it's a problem. So when we talk about violence, the violence is everywhere. It's just not in Chicago. It's social media. Monkey see, monkey do.
Okay, well, answer this question. Now, Marcus said it earlier. Now, what was social media 20 years ago? We still had violence. You lived in Parkway. People still getting killed without social media. Come on now. Come on
okay,
now. You was one that come on now.
So, okay. So, when it became prominent? When our president was from Chicago.
Now, listen, let me
say
this.
When they tried to tear him down.
Yeah, but let me say this.
That's when it came. Man, I lost a lot of friends.
Hold on. If you was around,
and you're right.
Hold on. If you was around in 90, right. You was around in 90, 91, you're 92. Right. You had the BD and GD war. That was a deadly war in them years. We ain't had no social media then. We didn't have no social media. So we can't blame that on social media. Some of these
but
go ahead.
Let's talk about politics. That shit, do you know how many funerals I went to within 3 weeks? I can tell you a lot of stuff I've been through. It's not the business. But when Obama became president and he was from Chicago, that's when it got on the news. That's when Chicago got on the map.
Actually,
I lost a lot. I lost a lot of friends, Martin. You know it.
Yeah, we both.
You already know.
We both.
But let's think about our president. It was never televised. Oh, I went to a lot of funerals. I went through a lot of stuff. But it's not to talk about.
Okay. Go ahead, Marcus.
But because Obama...
in the 90s, before Obama got in office, Chicago was on the world stage, national news during the Clinton administration.
And what's your name? What's your name again?
Hold up. And
what's your name? Okay, who's talking?
That's Marcus.
Marcus, okay.
Nightline. So before Obama got in there, now what your point is true. Obama being from Chicago and being the first black president, all eyes really keyed in on Chicago.
Come on.
But just to help you out a little bit, in the 90s, we made
Tell me, Marcus.
For the violence. But Obama gets in office, all eyes is on Chicago.
Thank you.
More, they zooming in more on Chicago because
Thank
Obama
you.
would come here and they would.
Thank you.
Chicago got all this other stuff going on there.
Thank you. We would never televise. It just so happened. Of course, this black man became president. Man, I done lost so many friends. It's either here nor there, but I know. Do you know, I'm going to say that to say this to be realistic. I put my children out. If you don't vote, you can't stay here. Because my people died for me to vote. That's the mother that I am. No matter what I went through, where I came from, the environment, nothing.
Can I give you
It was never televised.
Can I tell you another thing why young people are not voting? And why a lot of them have walked away from the church? Because some of these activists who they look up to or respect have told them
Ooh, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up the podcast.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Then thank you for calling. You can go ahead, sis.
Because I want to say some stuff, and it's gonna be like I don't want nobody coming to my house.
No.
I'm gonna call you later. I got your number.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about another person.
Okay.
But thank you for giving me your time, Marcus.
No
thank
problem.
you.
All right.
The other young lady. Thank you.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah. So, a lot of people, these kids are confused. I mean, these young people are confused. Should I vote? Should I not vote? A lot of them don't even know nothing about the political people that's running for office. All they know is about the president because that's the president. But I mean, some of them don't even know the importance of the aldermen or the congressmen or the senators or the judges. The judges is the main key because they enforce the laws. And the congressmen, they're the main key. The Congress and the Senate, they make the laws. So if people don't know who to vote for, and that should be taught in school, but they're not teaching.
Let me say this.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Go
ahead, ma'am.
We also should educate our children. When they're old enough to vote, we need to go there with them to vote, even though we cannot stand in a space with them. But guess what?
Yep.
It's support. And this is what I see that the people are not. How can you expect your child to go and vote and you haven't even... Exactly. Let me say this. I hear what people are saying, and I'm not against, but I'm just going to tell you how I live. Everything that my children, it starts at my house. It starts at home for me.
Tell the truth.
I can't tell nobody else how to raise their kids. I cannot. But what I could tell you is how I raise my children. Everything starts at home. Now, guess what? Once I have given them the rules and the set things out for them, if they decide to do something else, that's on them. But guess what? I freed my heart, my mind, and everything else, my integrity, everything. I have given everything to them. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That's on you. If you don't do it, guess what? Your mother told you. Your mother showed you. Your mother walked with you. Guess what? I was your first teacher, love.
That's what I want to get to. Yes.
That's it.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. See,
I'm your first teacher.
Say it.
I am your first teacher, baby. I done taught you this, how to sit down and be disciplined. It starts at home. I don't care. And yes. And I always say things it's taught behavior because kids just don't come here being evil. Things just don't happen. It's what you are taught. But guess what? Everything starts at home.
Well,
Do your mom have the patience? Okay.
I want to say to
Do
all.
she have the knowledge to even feed into you? That's it. If she don't have it, she can't give it to you.
I want to say
Did somebody not give it to her?
Yeah, go ahead. I just have to say this while it's on my mind. To all the parents that's listening, not just the mothers, the fathers too as well. Our children don't too much pay attention to what we say. They pay attention to what we do. So don't tell them to go out there and do drugs and you doing it. Don't do it and you doing it. Don't tell them to stop sleeping with all these different types of people and you doing it. They see it. So we got to be we got to be examples like our dear sister said today, just a few minutes ago.
Amen.
We are the first teachers. Now, as a parent, do I believe that I did everything right? I'll say no. I know. No, I have not. I didn't do everything right. I'm not going to get on here and act like I was just the perfect role model parent. But what I can say at the end of the day, I didn't lose none of my children to the street. I can't say that.
Amen.
And it wasn't easy.
Amen.
And people said, well, Martin, what did you do? I just loved on them. I got involved in their life. That's what I did.
And that's it.
They made mistakes. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
Nobody is perfect. Let me say this. As a mother, raising 5 kids, I'm not going to ever say I did anything perfect. I'm not going to say it. But guess what? I gave them what my parents gave me. And that's my 5. And guess what? They okay. That's it. I mean, and I'm going to continuously pray for them. And I'm going to continuously pour into mine.
and I'm gonna continuously pour into others. But guess what? That's how I live. I'm not perfect, but guess what? I was a single mama, so I've always put my children first. I can't tell nobody else how to live. And I didn't have this one, I mean, there's so many things that I didn't do. But guess what? I am who I am. And hey, I'm not, I thank God. That's all I can tell you. I thank God, and I thank God for the lady and the woman that my mama raised me to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand on that all the time. And I say, wow, I give it to my mother because she talks. And that's what I do to mine. I talk constantly. Whether they want to hear it or not, guess what? I talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I pour. And they always have their eyes on me. Ma. And even my grown two boys, that's why they come back and run to me. Ma, what do you think? What did you say? They won't, because guess what? We already know you know. Oh yeah. You think it came easy for me? No. But I'm giving it to y'all so to make life a little bit easier for you all.
Tell the truth. That's right. Shame the devil. All right.
And I'm not gonna let go of the rope. So hang on. But this is my first time on, and I enjoyed it.
Don't make it your last time. Don't make it your last time. This is not the typical talk show, though. You know, we normally have a panel. We just be blah, 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 blah. Because I'm learning too. You know, now when I get in my rant and my zone, I probably don't let nobody call in. I'm just doing all the talking today. So I do get like that sometimes. But Marcus would tell you, and the people in the messenger, I do let people express themselves on there. Only thing I just kind of like, watch your little language a little bit, but we cool. It is live, uncut, unedited. But I let you express yourselves, stuff like that. And I don't like what I don't tolerate, calling each other names. Man, I might let it slide in the messenger, but not on live, like with the voice and all that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna be adults.
No, don't disrespect one another.
Right. With those, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? No. So and like I said, even though I'm the host,
we have to stop beating up one another. Stop. You know, guess what? You're entitled to see. And let me say, can I share something with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you probably like, okay, like this is what I've learned. In my, like I said, I'm 50 plus with all these kids. But anyway, what I've learned is what you were taught in your household is what you conditioned to believe how life is. And that's not necessarily true. So I always ask people, that's one of the first questions I ask people. So what's your normal? And they look at me like I'm stupid. And no, what was you conditioned to believe? Because whatever I was conditioned to believe. Because see, my mom and dad was high school sweethearts in the 60s. So in my mind, in the beginning of life, I thought, guess what? I'm going to find that husband. I'm going to live life, and I'm going to be like them. And my mother did what? My mother took care of her husband. The husband took care of, so I was conditioned to believe a lot of different things. That's not the truth. But again, when you are raised in a certain way, you conditioned to think that's how life is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so important to understand other people's lives because you wasn't brought up the way I was brought up. You don't think the same way that I think. And that's so important. And I asked people, and they was looking at me like, this lady crazy. No, but you conditioned to believe what you saw. That's what you was taught. So whatever it is you was taught, that's how you think shit is, that's how you think things are supposed to be, but that's not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn that kind of in the hard way, honestly. Mm-hmm. I had to learn it the hard way. I don't know, this ain't how it goes. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, let me say this.
All right. So,
all right. Oh, let me just say this. I had a sister that lived in Parkway over 10 years. And she never lost none of her children, none of her daughter, and she's doing great in life. And my sister lived in there when it was rough. So a lot of people don't know that. So because you come from a bad area, that doesn't mean that you're going to get shook up. Some people, depend on what you want, how you talk.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I moved out of Parkway 4 months ago. And let me say this, nobody ever bothered me. I did not allow my children to go out. I'm not going to lie. and associate with other children because the children were cursing and disrespectful. And that's not how I was raising my 3 little kids. I'm not going to lie. But overall, I never had any issues with the people in Parkland. The guys hanging and this and that. I mean, it made us feel a little uncomfortable in the beginning. I lived there for 9 years, and I just got out of there. But, you know, it's all in what you make it. When people see you, they see you moving, you doing something. My kids going to school, I'm going to work. They didn't bother. I cannot lie, and I'm not going to tell you, oh, no, they didn't. They didn't. The guys, hey, ma'am, hey, mom, and they speak and they keep moving. So my experience in Parkway was not everybody else's experience. I mind my business. I don't know anybody. If I know maybe, and I'm not even exaggerating, in 9 years, if I know 5 different houses. I started off on the board trying to help because I wanted to pour into the young people. COVID came and that tore that down. So, I mean, it was what it was. And I was working, so I couldn't get back to it. But, I mean, the only thing I know in my life is to be the best person that I can be and do the best for whoever is around me. That's it. If you don't bother me, I'm not going to bother you. But if I can help you, I will. That's it.
Wow, that was a beautiful testimony. And listen, I'm going to leave it on that note. I'm going to sign off. Marcus, you got anything to say real quick before we get off?
Well, I'll say this. I agree with her because I grew up in Inglewood. And, and as far as you, Martin, your sister, I can attest to that too. You can come up positive in a negative area. And not all Inglewood is bad, but since Inglewood be in the news every now and then, not as much lately, but every now and then, it is considered a bad neighborhood. But to come up in that area, and I made a decision. I'm quite sure it's a lot of young people out here that's making those decisions, but it's not easy because you got to go through peer pressure, and peer pressure is dangerous in itself. But when you got the right family support, your parents, to guide you through that, that's very important. That's very important. And you can make it. You come out of those neighborhoods. Remember this, those neighborhoods weren't always bad. Parkway wasn't always a war zone. Inglewood wasn't always flooded with gangs and drugs. It was a nice neighborhood. And some of them people are still in them neighborhoods that made it nice.
Okay. On that note,
it was different. I'm really shy, so I really don't like to do a lot of talking. But I appreciate allowing me to just say something, how I feel. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. I thank you for calling. Don't make this your last time calling now. You more than welcome because we had different subjects. I am the crime chaser, but I don't just only talk about crime. So I'm just letting you know that. So a lot of people, when they get mad, when I get talking about other subjects, just stick with crime. No. You can't tell me what to stick with. Just stick with on my platform.
Your platform is
right.
Your platform is your platform.
Right. I haven't been on here like in a couple of weeks, doing this. Those that follow me, I've been out in the field. I've been doing a little crime, doing events and stuff like that, but I have not been.
And the thing about it is, please continue to be a blessing because guess what? This is what we need, and everybody needs to know what's going on because there's a lot of people that. But I'm not a social media person, so I'm not gonna say anything on social media. So
right.
But guess what? Somebody shared it with me, and was like, okay, I'm listening, and I'm like, well, can I say something? Okay, well, call the number.
Yeah.
So that's how I got on this line.
I appreciate you.
And I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you, and you all have a good night and be blessed.
You too.
And continue to do the things that we need to do to help our city.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. Thank you for calling. Everybody, I want to thank you guys for calling in. Thank you. I miss you guys just as much as you guys miss me. I miss you. To all my first timers on here, I want to say shout out to my friend Burgundy Blue. I think it Awaken City is the first time they're on. I think I'm saying the name correct. Want to say a shout out to cousin Ronnie Johnson and to Peggy. Listen, I miss you guys. I really do. My good friend called me, said, Martin, you got to get back on the podcast. Now, we love you. We know we see what you're doing in the community, but we need that. We need that. So I said, well, you know what, brother? I'm gonna come on tonight, And I want to say to those that are listening, you see me out in the park, listen to a lot of music. And if you want to find some music, my buddy, he owns a website, Undiggable Digs. Make sure you support it. I put it on my page. I'm going to tag it again so you can buy music. He's an online vendor. Please support him. Man, he's a good guy. Support him. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I need everybody to please be safe tomorrow. Please. No arguments. No fighting. Please, if you at a place tomorrow and you don't feel safe, leave. If you see a fight, get out the way. Okay? Please, people, I don't want nobody to lose their life tomorrow. Please, I don't want, especially over some foolishness. That road rage, if you can't control your temper, you need not to be driving tomorrow, period. No drunk driving tomorrow. Don't kill nobody and don't kill yourself. Again, no sitting in cars. Mamas, I love y'all, but we have to, as parents, as fathers, we have to be better parents. We got to practice what we preach. We got to be an example to our children. And listen, nobody ever said it better. We are our own solution. If we waiting on a politician, we in trouble. If we waiting on the police officers, we in trouble. If we waiting on the white man to solve our problems, we are in trouble, people. We have to do this ourselves, people. We're civilized, we're grown, we're educated, and we have all the knowledge to how to get ourselves out of the rut that we're in, people. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. This has been a wonderful, wonderful podcast. Welcome back. I'll be looking forward to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for calling in. I want to thank my YouTube family. My YouTube family is just growing, people. It's just growing. It's growing. Pretty soon, it's going to outshine Facebook. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. All right. Thank y'all so much. This is live. Oh, also, I see my Twitter X people on here too as well. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys share this on your Twitter X or tag someone in. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is definitely live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. What live, is uncut, and what? Unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. And what? I love being black.